If you want to make yourself feel better, go and listen to a priceless rant by Keith Olbermann, formerly of MSNBC, as he explains the current election situation. The link to his video is in this video's description. Once you know, Olbermann is an avowed progressive, apparently not that easy to get along with, but nevertheless a total warrior for democratic causes. And then you look at his planets, you can see why he's going to go after Trump with a vengeance. The Venus-Mars square in his chart is at least one good explanation for his irritability and combativeness, and you can see it plows into Trump's rising Mars. Add the late Scorpio Jupiter, and you now have Keith's full T-square challenging that Mars. This is intense. I don't like you and I'm going to get in your face about it. The Virgo moon is at least irritating by sign toward Trump's Sun-Uranus node's opposition moon node, and if the birth time is late in the day, then the disdain is going to increase. Saturn in early Capricorn isn't quite inside Trump's Mercury-Neptune-Eris T-square, but it's close enough that I would count it as a typical Saturn censorship effect, featuring lots of finger-pointing and rebuking. The Aquarius Sun opposes Trump's Pluto, so he's going to be quite aware of Trump's authoritarian fascist tendencies and will seek to shine light upon them and expose them to the world. This opposition will really add to a profile in which Trump hates him back. A deranged Pluto, and by the way, deranged is pretty much the state not only of Trump himself, but also of all of his planets, so no great news there. But Pluto can be especially destructive and relentless in seeking revenge and destruction, so I'm quite sure Trump knows who Keith is and hates him. And the icing on the cake, although perhaps we should also see it as the base of the cake, is Keith's Mercury at 25 Capricorn, in the degrees where Saturn, Pluto, and Jupiter are currently transiting, and opposite Trump's Saturn-Venus. This means verbal opposition for all of life, but especially during this particular year when the transiting planets are turning it on. Since Olbermann is essentially in an information role, Mercury becomes his main weapon, and he's turning it on Trump with full force. The transiting planets are conjunct at Mercury, so this tells us Keith wins the battle, and Trump, who is experiencing the opposition, loses it. If you decide to watch, enjoy. I certainly did. I especially loved the pause, followed by, "He's got nothing."